We were at Red Lobster.
Red Lobster?
Yeah, yeah.
What were you eating at Red Lobster?
Jeanette had crab legs, and she likes crab legs. So.
I don't think I've ever actually had crab legs or like lobster, like actually out of like the shell.
Oh, just in the shell.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've never.
Crunchy.
Yeah,
Tim has only eaten the shell.
yeah. You should try some butter on it.
That makes more sense, and my mouth wouldn't get as cut to ribbons.
Yeah, yeah.
That's because Tim is Plains boy.
That's right.
That's me too.
Being a vegetarian, I have never even stepped foot inside a Red Lobster. So what does one eat at Red Lobster?
The Chesapeake Cheddar Bay biscuits.
I was gonna say, yeah, the biscuits are a big thing.
Oh, you have a biscuit right there. Is this
No.
one of those?
4 of them, and there's 4 of us.
Oh,
But
Can you reach
only
through
I
the
can
screen?
because I'm here. So
well, I'll have to imagine I'm eating through your mouth.
yeah, you can see the cheddar and the little green things. They're in there too. Pesto. I don't know what that is.
Chives, maybe.
Vicarious mastication.
Yes.
That was my handle in college.
I've heard people talk about these biscuits before, and I have to say, I'm not a gigantic fan of biscuits. I think biscuits is like, that's an 1800s kind of food that you ate when you had limited, access to resources, and you're like, I've got some dough and I have a fire, and plop, and there it's done. So
Poverty food.
But biscuits and gravy, though, John. Biscuits and
Well,
gravy.
the gravy is always. I got some lard and some. I got some skin from that pig that we roasted a couple weeks ago.
It's what we got, so put it together.
I think it's how a lot of recipes actually ended up that way. But what about? Okay, so let me throw this out. In Europe, or at least more in England, it seems like biscuits refers to more as cookies rather than like something
Rather
else.
than like dry dough off the desert floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if that were the case, would you then eat biscuits and gravy, John, if it were those biscuits?
no, I don't like gravy on anything. I even hate the sound of the word gravy. It's like it melts down your chest, and I hate it.
Oh man.
Ugh.
Oh, so you're not
I
into that.
I would eat gravy off of Tim. I would eat gravy off of anything. Off that snake plant behind you there. If that thing was dripping gravy, I'd be all over it.
Heck yeah.
It's all I can do right now just to not viscerally react every time y'all are saying gravy over and over again.
Should we refer to it as a savory pudding instead?
There you go, biscuits and savory pudding. How about dough droppings and savory pudding?
I would eat there.
Salt sauce.
Oh, that has other connotations.
That sounds like, Jason, that sounds like something you would see on a menu at a super pretentious restaurant that's pretending to be down home.
At the Fusion Gravy Restaurant.
That's
That's
right.
right. Do you have a bad experience with gravy? Did the gravy touch you?
Gravy killed my family.
No, they killed my family too, but I'm still eating gravy.
Oh,
He has become the thing that he fears. He is the gravy man.
that's the thing. Gravy, if it doesn't get you, with just straight out murder, it'll work its magic on your insides.
Through your pulmonary system. Yeah.
You lost me
He's
with
more
like-
gravy now than man.
Yes, there's more gravy than a grave of you. Sorry, I had to throw in the Dickens.
I do think that maybe one of the things that affected me, there used to be this cartoon. It was like in the Bugs Bunny cartoon genre, where there was a dog that loved gravy. I keep saying this G word over and over again, and it's just making my own skin crawl. But during this cartoon, I have this memory of this dog saying, "What, you want more gravy?" And then they pour it down his throat, and he just expands out, and he can hardly move.
It seems like maybe you're more afraid of cartoons.
Yeah, have you given Coconut, your dog, any gravy? Like
No, he can't.
With the funnel?
Oh, I found it. Here, I'm going to share this with y'all.
Oh, great. We can be traumatized too.
Yes.
Is there a trigger warning on this?
Yeah, content warning. Here you go. Do you see that?
Oh wow.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes. So this, they just funnel feed this gravy down into this dog, and all the while the mouse is just sitting there smiling and laughing. And
No, but I
Actually,
am
the dog
concerned
looks
about
pretty traumatized.
this Mr. Chicken and Gravy Pie cartoon. That sounds awesome.
yeah, what's the deal with that?
I don't know.
It's like chicken pot pie of some sort.
I know
do
what's
worry.
inside that pot pie, and it's gravy.
I
Jeez.
don't know if Safe Search is on right now, John. So I'm going to encourage you to not scroll any further down. Hey,
Along those lines of child trauma, my grandparents took us to the circus one time, and the clowns came out, and they were all, woo! They had this big machine that they found, and everything they put in it came out flat on the other side. So they were like sticking flower pots in there, and they'd pull them out flat and everything. And then they ran out of stuff to put through the machine, and they all just kind of looked around like that. And then they all started looking over at one clown, and they reached over and he was and they grabbed him and threw him in the machine. And they fucking murdered a clown in front of me, and they pulled out his flat corpse, and they're all laughing and everything. Everybody's laughing, and I'm like, it's murder, clown murder.
was there any gravy?
I imagine all of the gravy spilled out into the machine when they smashed the clown flat. There's probably a gravy receptacle in the machine to catch all the drippings from the flat clown.
I think John's done with us for now.
What have I done to myself by initiating this conversation? You have no idea how many times I've been challenged to fiddle contests.
Oh, you ain't never been challenged by me.
No, I haven't, but I have been challenged by your pappy and your grandpappy, as well as your uncle. And now I've got them all. Fun fact, I've got all your relatives sewn into an Ouroboros human centipede.
Oh my God. That was Pappy's dream. They beat you in this fiddle contest? I was ready to bow out, but clearly they got the best of you if you was able to get them into an Ouroboros.
Just a mo. Are you telling me that he's enjoying this?
Oh God, it is all he ever asked my mom for.
Damn it. Okay, good.
On the road with John.
It's roadside attraction time, and when it comes to roadside attractions, they don't get roadsideier than this. It's the Great Blue Whale of Catoosa, Oklahoma. It's located right along Route 66, and this thing is one of the weirder things that I've ever seen. While I slowly walk toward it, giving you the experience of being eaten by this giant whale, let me tell you about it. A guy named Hugh Davis built this blue whale in the early 1970s as a surprise anniversary gift to his wife, Zelta, who collected whale figurines. Nothing says happy anniversary like a giant concrete whale that took 2 years to build. Hugh's grandchildren played in the whale and in the pond, and they opened it up to other people. There's a little compartment up in the head that's kind of terrifying. You can climb the ladders and go down slides. Actually, you can't anymore, because after a while, even though they really enjoyed running this place, they couldn't handle it, so they shut it all down, even though they built cute stuff up around it. The blue whale even made an appearance in a Zippy cartoon, and true to form, this Zippy cartoon is just as incomprehensible as every Zippy cartoon ever made. They expanded the whale. They even built an ark, and they put a tiny zoo aboard. Now, the zoo is in disrepair and is perfect for your ruin porn fantasies. Who doesn't like a scary, dangerous ark in disrepair? If you're passing along Route 66 in Tulsa, you need to stop by the Great Blue Whale of Catoosa. It's one of America's best things.
On the road with John.
I don't think the server is ever going to come to our table.
I don't know either. We've been here for at least half an hour and nobody has said anything.
Has it been a half hour already?
Yeah, I've been watching the time. I don't know if it's just terrible service or like maybe we need to make our own food in the kitchen. I don't know. They did say that it was the make it your own way diner, and
Larry, why don't you just go back and cook for both of us?
you know what? I would do that for you because I love you that much.
We have to do something to make this a special occasion, though. You know something that's been on my bucket list that I wanted to do before my 40th birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Eat a human.
Why have you never told me about this before?
I didn't want to butcher a human in our house and have to clean up the mess. But this seems like it might be the best opportunity.
It's true. I really only see like one other person here and like no staff. So
I guess we know which human we're going to have.
These are pretty big biscuits.
God damn, you put a fitted sheet on it and you could sleep all night on those biscuits.
Yeah, you could sleep all night and you could hollow them out, crawl inside it, and spoon in these biscuits.
You could hollow out the inside of that biscuit and feed a small town for nigh on to 2 weeks.
Yeah, you could stack them biscuits one on top of the other and fall off and die from breaking your neck.
You could stack them biscuits up and rent out the insides as apartments.
You better zone them biscuits.
They would be zoned B1 for multi-family biscuit-related residents. The top floors would all be residential and the bottom floor commercial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the top floor, you could rotate one of them biscuits and have one of them fancy sky view rotating restaurants.
That
People
only
eat
serve
the inside
biscuits.
Yeah, just biscuits. You just eat the inside of it until it all collapses.
And then the resulting lawsuit will afford you the opportunity to purchase more biscuits. Oh, it's bad, huh?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're big, but who?
Unbleached.
That's right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's the wave of the future. I know we talked about being more spontaneous, and I know that you mentioned you had liked flour, and so I thought this would be the best anniversary gift.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. It's the 5th year. It's the flour anniversary.
That's what Pinterest said.
That's right. And there's nothing on the internet that is always true, or everything on the internet. I'm not good at talking, but
A cut to the 4th anniversary, but
there you go. It's our 4th anniversary. I got you something nice and big.
Whole wheat this year.
That's right. It's the whole wheat flour anniversary. That's 4 years.
It sure is.
I know how much you love flour.
I have my garden out back, and I'm always talking about how much I like spending time in the flower garden. I kind of wish you would come out and see it sometime.
Sure, it's not what society would deem as like the beautiful flowers, but this is flour. You can mend stuff with, or you can mold stuff out of it. You can make new things with it. You can't make anything new out of flowers.
cut to anniversary number 3.
I got you something.
Oh, looky there. It's
It's a bowl of flour.
You just took it right out of the package this year. Yeah, I guess
that would make it easier.
It does make it easier to set right over here with last year's.
Cut to anniversary number 2.
Here you go. It's our 2-year anniversary. You know what that means.
It's the flower anniversary.
That's right.
Um,
It's the 2nd year. That means it is the whole wheat, most expensive version of flour anniversary.
oh yeah, no, I
This
could see
cost me $50.
as it should, because it is clearly premium. It came in a burlap sack. Is this vintage flour, honey?
Yeah, I should have told you last week when I said I was visiting my parents. I actually went to an old mining cave back where they used to mine flour, and they had some old burlap sacks that are still filled with the stuff, and it never goes bad because it's a powder. So
Cut back to your 5th anniversary.
you like it, right? Yeah.
Do you remember our first anniversary, sweetie?
Ah, I sure do. That weekend was nothing but wild, crazy pancake sex.
Yeah, that's also when I found out that I was gluten intolerant.
Cut to the 6th anniversary.
Here you go. It's for you.
A bowl of white shit. This is exactly what your ex warned me about. It's time to take a break from the comedy for a moment because we have with us a very special guest. This is Randall Harmonious. Randall's entire family was recently lost to him, but I'm going to let him tell you the story. Randall, thanks for joining us on the Variety Show, and I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah, it's been a bit difficult to bounce back from this. We just never thought it would happen.
Do you have the strength to tell us the story?
I think so. We've been picking off and kind of like reheating and like making various forms, kind of like you do with sourdough, just like a starter. We started kind of doing that from that original turkey gravy and just started incorporating that into every meal. I mean, I'm talking like not just like biscuits and gravy. We're talking like gravy on, like, instead of milk in cereal, using gravy, and like on any kind of dessert, like dessert pizza, like fruit pizza, gravy all over it. Just to kind of get that nice sweet and savory for that aspect.
Sourdough starters, you have to feed them and they grow and they kind of become a life form of their own. There's a reason we don't do that with gravy, because gravy always turns evil.
It started to feel like there was an evil presence in the house, and like in the fridge in particular.
And you put it inside of you.
We did. I mean, we didn't really know any better. We just thought maybe this just tastes slightly off. But then one thing led to another, and like my family started growing like hateful and angry and violent towards each other, and all that hatred and chaos just really fueled the being that fueled this gravy, and it eventually truly took on a life of its own. One of the reasons why I'm still alive is that I wasn't home at the time, thankfully. I've been out on an interview position for a new maintenance guy out at the Chef Boyardee factory. And, spoiler, I didn't really get the job, but there was this gigantic globular beast made of gravy that was just, my family was inside of it, and it was slowly digesting them. I managed to run away, but it has a taste now for humans and my family. So I haven't slept in weeks.
Were there any warning signs?
With my dad, I went to hug him one day and realized he felt weirdly soggy, and you know how kind of like gravy will congeal a little bit if left on its own. He felt like that.
So the lessons we've learned from this are gravy in moderation and don't feed things that might be evil.
Yes, I think those are the biggest things. And no. Oh God, it's found me. I don't know how, but it's found me. I always knew I would end this way.
And now, medieval times, the restaurant that pretends to be medieval. Ain't no time like a medieval time.
Greetings, mortal. I am Splendora, the wizard chef. I can make you anything of your dreams, provided we have the ingredients on hand.
I'm Sir Tickerton. I will cash in your tickets from when you play skee ball in the medieval gallery here.
I am Gregorovich, the host with the mostovich. How many are in your party?
My name is Prince Valor. I am a jouster. I am royalty. I will also be your server.
We might run out of mutton.
Oh, it's mutton night.
I know, we really didn't expect to have 15,000 people at the restaurant today. Or at least I didn't.
15,000 people, huh? Wait, 15,000?
Yeah, there's only so much lamb you can have on hand.
Wow, I got some rubber imitation novelty mutton.
Oh, what the hell? Nobody will know the difference.
Yeah, they won't.
I happen to have a secret recipe that was handed down from my wizard ancestors for the most delectable gravy that you can drizzle upon your mutton.
On the rubber novelty mutton. I'll try it.
Please don't shoot the messenger. But there have been some complaints that you are thwacking people with your jousting rod while you are serving drinks.
When a customer behaves in a manner that is unbecoming, it is my duty as royalty to correct that behavior immediately.
They just asked for extra napkins, Valor. I don't think that's a capital offense.
Napkins is an anachronism in this restaurant. We
can
have stray dogs running around just for that purpose.
And I dutifully respect your edict, Prince. Can you get that foretop that was just sat?
Splendora, we are in the weeds officially. There is not enough mutton to go around.
Forgive me, my prince. I didn't realize we would have so many, and I didn't order enough.
Apparently that spell we cast with that marketing agency has certainly done its work. Who knew that the public's appetite for mutton would be so expansive?
I absolutely had no idea. I mean, if you were to look at where we were, like, even just last week, there were like 7 people here.
The kingdom was on the verge of collapse. But thanks to your magic that you work in the kitchen, we've turned this place around in the space of 7 days.
You are most gracious, my prince. Listen, I was wondering if you perhaps could talk to Sir Tickerton. I was hoping to, and I can't believe I'm going to say this out loud, I need some of the fake mutton in his shop. We'll pass it off as real mutton with the secret gravy that I have. No one will know the difference, but he's being very difficult about giving it to me.
Splendora, if I'm hearing you correctly, are you planning on serving our paying customers falsified mutton?
Yes. You heard correctly, my prince. I ask only for your forgiveness this one time.
You are hereby relieved of your duties. You have been demoted to dishwasher.
My father will be so disappointed.
Gregorovich shall do the cooking!
Problem, Prince Valor has demoted me.
Oh.
I'm now dishwasher. You're the head chef.
When you keep the heads, how long do you cook a head for?
Okay, perhaps I should explain this, and I shouldn't have to. We don't actually cook heads. We cook like the legs and other parts of the beast.
This is ridiculous. I was a host. I knew that realm, and here I am floundering in the back. Do we even sell flounder?
Not until next week. That was going to be the special. Look, tell you what. I'll continue being the chef behind Valor's back, and I'll let you take the credit for now.
Oh, yes, a secret alliance, a clandestine arrangement. Oh, I do enjoy this very much. My uncle, who is, owns a tropical funeral home, will be very pleased with my duplicitous success.
You're sending out the heads of quite a few different animals, and some of my tables are definitely into it.
Yes, I'm getting them out as fast as I can. There is sheep's head and goose head, and there is a mouse head. I know it can be a little unsettling, but I'm hoping that the medieval theme kind of is cohesive.
There's a head for every appetite. This is the kind of thinking that's going to bring us to the brink of stardom.
Or the brink of starvation if this collapses and does not carry further.
As long as what you are sending out is flavorful, people will eat it.
Well, I don't mean to tip my hand, but I have been getting some good cues from the dishwasher, that lowly heap of ridiculousness back there.
The dishwasher? Surely you cannot mean that hack of a former chef.
Well, he may be a hack, but he showed me how to hack it in the kitchen, and I tell you what, his secret spices of Cool Ranch have just made every head a triumph of culinary delight.
Apparently, the two of you make an unstoppable culinary team. You are also demoted to dishwasher. The two of you can work together as dishwashers.
Oh, but who's going to seat that entire bus full of tourists that have been out on the road hungry for what we have to offer for the last 400 miles? You? I don't think so. You don't have what it takes to host.
No, I don't. You're right. I'll send out the gift shop guy.
Oh, I think you'll find that the gift shop guy is order up.
I have a decree for this day going forward, because you and he excel at cooking together. You and he excel at cleaning plates. There are no more positions in this restaurant. Everyone shall do every job. Differentiation is a thing of the past. If you see something that needs done, you do it. It has been spoken, so it shall be.
It is very wise, my prince. I suppose you would fall under this edict as well.
Of course. I am no longer in charge. We are all equals. We shall live together. We shall prosper together, or we shall die together.
If that were to be the case, I do have something special cooked up for you.
I would be happy to eat anything that you prepare for me, equal.
Excellent. Have this bowl of gravy.
I fucking hate you. This has been still on my screen this whole time. This
Oh no!
I'm looking at it and I'm like, this chicken pot pie is super happy for what appears to have a like fatal wound right there.
Yeah, there's a bullet hole right in his forehead there too.
Yeah. It's all the gravy loss.
You guys didn't know that Mr. Chicken and Gravy Pie is the new The Crow? Oh yeah, he is seeking vengeance for what happened to his mashed potato girlfriend. Fiance.
I think this is the President Pie Kennedy. That.
Oh no! Oh no!
I can see his pee and his protein cube.
See, it's all the gravy loss. It's just put him in a sense of strange euphoria where he can't really feel anything.
What's next? Jokes about Archduke Ferdinand?
If I could get a job in a breakfast place, and I could make all the pancakes I want.
The only thing people can sample is the bubonic plague. You know what I'm saying?
John, how are you managing to live with that behind you?
Just kidding.
Wait, what was it? Gravy?
It was Mr. Chicken and Gravy.
Mr. Chicken.